In this quilted pillow tutorial, I will show you how to make a quilted pillow sham. I was looking at beautiful quilts for years. There are so many images online, but I didn't have time to make them because it would take too long to cut all these small pieces. Finally, I found a way to cut fabric for quilting fast. I bought AccuQuilt Go fabric cutter. And now I'm wondering why I didn't buy that cutter years ago. What is the AccuQuilt Go fabric cutter? It's the most efficient and easy to use fabric cutter on the market. It can cut up to 6 layers at once. It cuts more accurately and quickly compared to rotary cutter. You can cut complex shapes with ease. The AccuQuilt Go fabric cutter came with everything I needed to get started. The cutting machine, the Go Cube with 8 dies, a few patterns, a cutting mat. I even got a DVD on getting started and a free book with patterns. What are these dies? They are metal squares with some foam on top and sharp blades inside, but you cannot see the blades. With them you can create precise and accurate cuts. They are essential for the AccuQuilt Go cutter because it's a die cutting machine. That's how they call it. All you need are the right dies for your quilt. With these dies you get the exact same measurements every single time you cut a shape. Let me show you the AccuQuilt Go fabric cutter in action. What you will need for making the quilted pillow sham: AccuQuilt Go fabric cutter, fabric for the pillow, quilt pattern, piece of batting, invisible zipper, pillow insert, special 1/4-inch pressy foot, invisible zipper foot, and regular sewing notions. I got this Go Cube and it has 8 dies with these shapes. So for my pillow I decided to use this pattern. It's called Mosaic number 10 pattern. This is how it looks like, and for this I will need only 3 dies, 4, 5 and 6. Here how I have to cut, and I will make 4 blocks like that. This is 8-inch finished block. And on the other side I even have sewing directions. So I am going to follow exactly as this card says. Here I have blocks number 5 and 6, and here block number 4. Before actually using the AccuQuilt Go fabric cutter, I needed to prepare fabric for cutting. A big piece of fabric cannot go into the cutter, so I cut smaller pieces about the size of the die. I could use my fabric more economically, but it's my first project with the Go machine, so I obviously made some mistakes. I prepared this fabric. I started with die number 4. There are 4 triangles. I will need 16 of them for the quilted pillow sham. I take die number 4, foam size up. Place 4 layers of fabric to cover the shape on the die completely. 4 layers. For my pillow I will need to use 4 layers, not 6. I have to remember about the grain line of the fabric. The straight grain should align with the 2 edges of the blades. Next, I cover the fabric with a special cutting mat. So I have to put it like this, and that's it. And now I am going to use the AccuQuilt Go fabric cutter. Let's see how it goes. My fabric cutter is manual. It means it's equipped with an easy handle that activates dies that cut the fabric. And that's it. Can it be easier than this? These are my half square triangles. Now I will use die number 5 to continue cutting my green fabric. I have to push this piece slightly against the roller and turn the handle. So which end of the aqua quill die goes in the cutter first? Well, it actually doesn't matter. I can put any side I want first, and the result will be the same. Next, I'm going to cut red triangles using the same dies, number 4 and number 5. The next cut is for die number 5. The color is orange here, but I'm going to use white. And here I have some small problem, because this fabric has lines, parallel lines. I have to cut them somehow so it doesn't get angled. I need to make sure the lines stay parallel to one side of the triangle and perpendicular to the other side. I just make sure the lines on the fabric are aligned with the blades. See how I did. Well, it was easy to achieve with the cutter. I see that I cut this fabric correctly and the lines are as I wanted them to be. For the square, I have these pieces of fabric. I wanted to have this bow, special design in the middle. I believe this is called fussy square. So I looked how to do that. And apparently there is very easy way. So I have to make diagonal lines on the square that I prepared. And mark the center point with a pin. Okay, this is the center point. Now I have to take the die and draw diagonal lines here too. Piece of soap. Well, I can see the lines. I hope you can see them too. Now all I need to do is correctly place the fabric squares on the die, aligning the center point and diagonal lines on the fabric and on the dies. I will cut the square with the bow exactly in the middle. All 4 squares are now cut. Now I need to prepare my sewing machine. Choose a strong thread. Recently I bought very good quality threads, 100% cotton, and now I use only them for my projects. Choose a proper straight stitch. I like to choose the one that automatically secures stitches at the beginning and at the end. I have it on my Janome 6600 machine. I guess a regular straight stitch can also be used, but then you don't secure the stitches at all. Let's make the stitch length 2.5. I'm going to use special 1/4 inch foot. Looks like this. Make sure that the hole here is quite big. There is other 1/4 inch foot. See how small the hole is here for the needle. This is for special needle plate, for straight stitch needle plate. So don't put it on the machine if you're using the regular needle plate. So I'm going to change my regular presser foot for this 1/4 inch foot. Turn the machine off or lock it and only then change. It's snap-on foot, so it's easy to insert. Make sure everything is in correct position, and now I can turn the machine on back and start sewing. Now I sew cut pieces together for a quilt block. It amazed me how well all the individual parts fitted perfectly into one another. They were really made just to fit each other. Now let me show you something. This is my favorite finger presser. I don't need to use iron for now. Well, I could use mini iron, but why not to do like this? It's very good. Seam allowances has to go on the square. You have to press seam allowances in opposite direction, so there is no bulk in seams. I just sewed a perfect 1/4-inch seam from end to end. Here I need to use pins again. Put it in the corner, exactly in the corner, and now another corner. And align them. And now I have to put 2 pins very close to the center, one left and one right. And at the edges we have to use technique called nesting seams. You see, these seam allowances are going to the right and this one to the left, and it's very easy to align them if they are going in opposite directions. But just in case, I will put pin here and pin on the other side. And now hopefully everything will be aligned. Take this pin out. Okay, it is aligned here also, and at this edge also. Everything is aligned. After I stitched all 4 8-inch blocks together, I had to add some border for my pillow top, as my pillow is bigger than 16 by 16 inches. So what size should I make my pillow top if the feather insert is 20 by 20 inches? I prefer to make the pillow about 1 inch pillow cover, about 1 inch smaller than my insert. So my pillow cover should be 19 by 19 inches. Therefore, I will add 1.5 inch border to my pillow top. To prepare the pillow top for quilting, I cut a square piece of batting, about 2 inches larger than my pillow top. I decided to use fusible batting for the pillow. It can be attached just with a hot iron. Okay, do you have your favorite type of quilting? There are many choices, and you can use free motion quilting, straight line quilting, hand quilting. I like to quilt with my embroidery machine. For this I'm always using my magnetic frame. I digitized the quilting design myself using my palette embroidery software. It's just stippling stitches, but I wanted to quilt only parts with red and green fabric and keep the square in the middle with white fabric and the border not quilted. I also wanted to change threads, red thread for red fabric and green thread for green fabric. If you would like my quilting design for this 8-inch block, and it works only for machines with big hoops like Babylock Destiny, Solaris, Brother Luminaire, you can get it free from my resource library. After I finish quilting, I trim all the excess batting, and I was pleasantly surprised that my quilted pillow top is a perfect square. I didn't need to square it up. I'm sure it's because I cut all the pieces with my AquaQuilt Go fabric cutter. I decided to insert an invisible zipper in the middle of the pillow bag, and because of this I had to cut a rectangle for the pillow bag, not a square. The rectangle should have two sides exactly as the pillow top sides, and two sides a bit longer. I added just 2 inches to the other two sides. Next, I cut the rectangle in the middle, dividing it into 2 parts. I used my serger to overcut the edges, so there will be no fraying when I wash the pillow sham. Now I stitch these pieces together on both sides, but just about 2 inches on each side, so I have a hole in the middle for inserting the zipper. I found a very interesting invisible zipper. It's fusible. See these lines on the zipper? I can temporarily fuse the zipper using a hot iron. It's better to use a special presser foot, an invisible zipper presser foot, if you want your zipper to be really invisible. This foot has 2 grooves along the bottom for plastic coils of the zipper, of the invisible zipper. The coils of the zipper are easily flattened, as I saw with this foot, and my stitches go quite close to them. The presser foot cannot go to the very end of the zipper, so I take the thing out and I make a few stitches by hand. I know that there is another more common way to insert an invisible zipper by sewing the zipper first and after that stitching the seam below the zipper ends. But for this pillow sham I decided to try my way, and I see it looks good. After I finished attaching the zipper, I press the fabric and the zipper is completely hidden, like there is no zipper at all. Now I need to make a final seam along the perimeter of the pillow sham. I pin the top and the pillow back before stitching, leaving the zipper half open for turning the pillow sham right side out. I again use my serger to finish raw fabric edges. And the last step, I turn the pillow inside out and put a feather insert inside. I hope you like this tutorial on how to make a quilted pillow sham, and now have the confidence for your own creations. These pillows are also perfect for gifts because they take little time to put together but offer tons of design options with different fabrics and patterns.